Welcome back, and you're listening to Communities Live on Sheffield Live Radio 93.2 FM with me, Susie Casson, and T-Boy, and we're joined in the studio by Nietzsche, Melissa and Gemma from SheFest. Welcome.
Hi Susie.
All right. So could you just briefly introduce yourselves?
I'm Nithya and I'm one of the 3 co-curators of SheFest.
Great.
I'm Melissa and I'm going to be running a STEM workshop for the She Festival this Saturday.
And I'm Gemma and I'm going to be running a juggling stall and a gratitude workshop.
Fantastic. Sounds brilliant. So it's International Women's Day today. So
It is
great
International
to see
Women's
you.
Day today.
Yeah. And SheFest is in celebration of that. And there's the big SheFest Saturday this weekend at Theatre Delhi on the Moor. Melissa, can I ask you first, can you tell us a little bit about STEM, what it means?
So science, technology, engineering and mathematics is what STEM stands for.
Yeah.
And we are basically Discovery STEM Education. We're a not-for-profit organisation based at Kelham Island Museum. Our mission is to inspire and support the next generation of scientists, technologists, engineers and mathematicians. We do this through a range of projects, starting with the Under 5 STEM Discovery Group. We do after-school clubs, Saturday STEM clubs, school enrichment days, home schooling workshops, holiday camps, computer programming and robotics projects. We also do a lot of practical group tuition from Key Stage 2 to A-level in STEM subjects. We're involved in STEM careers events with Sheffield City Council, and we also provide teacher support and CPD in collaboration with Sheffield Hallam University, and we're just about to start doing some outreach work in secondary schools with the Animal and Plant Sciences Department at Sheffield University.
Fantastic, brilliant stuff. So the earlier a girl or a young woman can be interested in entering science, the better it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, my background, part of my background was in secondary school science teaching, and I saw a lot of girls go through secondary school science having seen very few female role models in science, when in fact there are actually loads. We've got Helen Sherman here in Sheffield who went to space, and there should be lots more female role models in science in the future as well, really. So the younger they start to see them, the better.
Yeah, great. So Gemma, can I ask you, what is the Self-Leadership Initiative?
So the Self-Leadership Initiative is my training company, and we focus on soft skills development, mostly for young people. Having worked as a teacher myself, I know that the curriculum's jam-packed with lots of knowledge, lots of mathematics and English, but sometimes the soft skills aren't always made as much time for, so things like team building, public speaking, etc., but they're very essential for success in any career. So we hope to bring those to young people and complement the existing curriculum by providing workshops. And it's very broad ranging, so we do things on self-esteem and well-being, as well as more technical skills like time management. And it's also quite related to International Women's Day in the sense that there's less women leaders at the top levels than there are male leaders, so it's really important that young people, men and women, get this sense of what it means to be a leader, so that they understand that it is accessible for anybody. There shouldn't be a gender split in leadership.
Yeah, so it's like opening people up to ideas quite an early age.
Yeah,
fantastic. So Nietzsche, I believe you're hosting a dance workshop on Saturday.
Yes, that's right. We've got 3 workshops on Saturday. 3 dance-specific workshops. Hype Dance is running a creative dance workshop for children, girls and boys, because we need young boys to start at a young age to know about feminism, and that it's important that they respect girls and women. So there's a creative dance workshop on Saturday, which will encourage young girls to work together, aim high, dream big, and create a short piece of dance at the end of it. And that's at 11 a.m. on Saturday. We've got Nisha Lal coming to run a taster in Bollywood dancing at 3 o'clock. And also Mary will be coming to run a belly dancing taster at 3:30. So there's lots happening in terms of, wanting to learn how to dance or just try it out for adults, women, as well as young girls.
Fantastic. And quite a bit happening outside on the moor.
Lots happening outside at the moor. We start at 10:45 at the moor with the Sheffield University Samba Band. We've got Fee Helsing doing a live performance, so and we've got Zania, we've got another contemporary dancer, we've got Hype Dance as well performing at the moor. So there's plenty happening from 10:45 till 4 o'clock at the moor, live music, live performances.
Yeah, sounds wonderful. So, Melissa, can you tell us a little bit about the workshop you're running about Girls in Science?
So we are going to be looking at sort of a new perspective really on what STEM careers actually involve, and I'm hoping that the girls are going to get an insight into just how well suited and important women are in the STEM sector. In particular, girls make fantastic engineers. They tend to like things to be aesthetically pleasing and therefore symmetrical, and so they then tend to come up with very strong, stable structures. So we're going to be trying to harness those skills really and getting the girls to do some problem solving, some teamwork and some resilience to help communities by building things that help in helping communities. And I don't want to go into too much detail, but they're going to be trying to design things to save babies. And we're going to be looking at how science, such as chemistry, is used in the textiles industry and cosmetics industry. It's all going to be very practical, very hands-on, and they'll get to take some things home as well.
Fantastic. And are more girls already going into science?
There's not enough going into science, technology, engineering and mathematics, in particularly engineering. There's a big gap. Part of that we think is down to the misconception that we have in this country. There's not such gender gap in other countries, but we do have a misconception here that engineering is purely about mechanics and messy work and a male-dominated sector, whereas actually that's not the picture across the globe, and girls are very well suited to engineering. Like I said, they like things to be aesthetically pleasing and they tend to be very good at designing strong, stable structures, but it's in the female nature to want to help communities and solve problems, to help people, help communities. So girls really do make good engineers, but we definitely do. There's a lot of work to be done to increase the amount of girls going into STEM subjects.
Yeah, fantastic. So Gemma, I believe you're hosting a workshop on Saturday. Can you tell us a bit about it?
So the workshop that I'm hosting is about gratitude, and it's very widely kind of researched in recent years as to the impact that it has on well-being. People who practice gratitude, and I say practice because it's kind of a skill. Although it's a trait, you have to build it up. And people who practice gratitude tend to find that they can access positive memories easier than negative ones. They've got a better sense of self-esteem, and science doesn't quite know if that's that self-esteem encourages gratitude or gratitude encourages self-esteem. It's still really been looked at, but either way, making time in daily life to practice gratitude has got a lot of different benefits, and it's actually thought to help with mental health as well, just kind of alleviating some of the milder symptoms and getting people to reframe their day in a different way. So we're going to be looking at a group gratitude exercise to get us thinking about how the community supports us in seemingly everyday activities that we take for granted. But we're also going to start looking at the process of how you do a gratitude journal, because people who've done gratitude journals find that within 3 weeks it has benefits on mental health. And there will be details about the research as well for people who are interested, who want to come along and find out about that.
Wow, sounds brilliant. And you're also doing a juggling drop-in.
Yep, so juggling, what I love about juggling is that it's completely inclusive. You don't need any language to learn how to juggle because it's a visual, practical task. It develops growth in the grey matter of the brain, which is fantastic and amazing. It's really good for your coordination, but also it's a nice kind of low-level way of exercising, and some people use it in meditation and yoga. We encourage our students to use it as a break from revision, because if you're doing a lot of thinking tasks, if you're busy at work and your head's full of information, taking a couple of minutes just to do a low-level physical exercise can be that break that helps you focus later as well. Yeah. So anybody that is interested can kind of just drop in and see us. There'll be a small team of us. Whether you want to juggle for 5 minutes or half an hour is up to you, and we can tell you lots of information about the the process of learning, or you can just kind of get a quick flavour for it to practice at home instead.
Great. It always gives you a boost, doesn't it, learning something new?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. So, Nita, you've been doing a lot of hard work curating the SheFest.
Well, there's a great
Yeah.
team behind SheFest, and we all
Yeah.
work together. We all collaborate in this. So, yeah, so it'll
Yeah,
be great. So it's
brilliant.
not a one-person show. It's there's a great team
Yeah.
behind this.
Yeah. So, what do you hope people will take away from SheFest Saturday?
Well, the theme this year is Be Bold for Change. So we really hope that women come out and they're encouraged by what they see. They have fun, most importantly, and they learn something new. We believe that empowered women empower other women. So really come out, have fun, learn something new, encourage other women.
Same, Melissa.
From my point of view, really, a new perspective on what STEM careers involve and an insight into how well suited and important women are in the STEM sector, really.
Fantastic. Yeah, and Gemma, what do you hope people will take away from SheFest Saturday?
I think there's an awful lot of workshops going on, so some tangible learning would be great for people to start reflecting and taking away with them, and hopefully tools for change as well, because it's raising awareness is really good, but perhaps to take away something that they can go away and use that's going to help them in their everyday life as well.
Great. Oh, it sounds absolutely brilliant. Thank you for coming in. So that's SheFest Saturday, this Saturday.
This Saturday at the Moor and Theatre Delhi from 11 till 4 o'clock.
Great.
There's lots happening Saturday night as well. We've got an international fashion show at Broome Hall, as well as in collaboration with Girl Gang Sheffield, there's a SheFest party at 9 o'clock at Great Gatsby. People can find out about SheFest at shefest.wordpress.com or find us on Facebook. We're just SheFest Sheffield on